Hi guys, so today we are going to learn how to show number line, rational numbers on a number line. We did this last time, but I'm just going to explain it to you one more time, and then after that we are going to do a worksheet. So let's get started. So as you know, rational numbers are numbers which you can write in the form p by q. So any fraction like 4 by 3 or 7 by 2 or 12 by 7, anything. Or minus 3 by 4, all of this are rational numbers. Even if you take whole numbers like 5, let's say 5 is a whole number, it's an integer, it's also a natural number. Even this is a rational number because you can write it as 5 by 1. If you take an integer like minus 2, that's also a rational number because you can write it as minus 2 by 1. 0 is also a rational number. All of these numbers are rational numbers. So we are going to look at how can we show these on the number line. Okay, so let's say we draw a number line. You know how to show integers on a number line. So this is positive. Everything on the right side of 0 is positive and everything on the left side is negative, right? We already know this. Now we're going to show these kinds of numbers on the number line. We'll see how to do that. So first we'll look at rational numbers where the numerator is small and the denominator is bigger, right? So 1 by 2, here the numerator is 1, denominator is 2, so denominator is bigger. All of these numbers will always be between 0 and 1. And if it's negative, it will be between 0 and minus 1. Now how to show this? What we have to do is take the denominator, that's minus 2, divide that space between 0 and 1 into 2 pieces. Okay, so if I draw a line here, this is one piece and this is another piece, right? You're supposed to take one piece out of 2. So 1 by 2 is just the first piece, which is this area, right? This much from here to here. So this place is called 1 by 2, right? This line shows 1 by 2. Same way, if you want to do minus 1 by 2, you're going to put it here. So you can think of this as like a piece of cake, right? So you're taking the piece of cake and you're cutting into 2 pieces, right? Because 2 is the denominator and then you're taking one of the pieces, right? That's what we're doing here. We're cutting this line into 2 pieces and then we're taking one out of those 2 pieces and saying this is 1 out of 2 or 1 by 2. So then let's say we have to find 2 by 3, okay? How do you find 2 by 3? You have to cut this space between 0 and 1 into 3 pieces, right? So if you draw 2 lines, there's one piece here, one piece here, and one piece here, right? One piece here, one piece here, and one piece here. And you're supposed to take 2 out of those 3 pieces, which means 1, 2. You're supposed to take here. This is your 2 by 3, okay? And so this is 1 by 3, right? This is 2 by 3. This will be 3 by 3. 3 by 3 is the same as 1 because 3 divided by 3 is 1, right? So if you're imagining this like a cake, then it will be you're cutting it into 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3. Okay, wait one second. This is hard. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're cutting it into 3 equal pieces, and then you're taking 2. 1, 2 out of that. Same thing. You're cutting it into 3 pieces. You're taking 1, 2 pieces, right? So 2 by 3 is here. Minus 2 by 3 will go backwards. So this will be minus 1 by 3. And this will be minus 2 by 3. It will go this way. Okay. Now we'll see what to do when the numerator is bigger and the denominator is smaller. So the 3 here is the numerator and it's bigger than the denominator, which is 2. So then it won't come between 0 and 1. It will be bigger than 0 and 1, and I'll show you how. Okay. So when you do 3 by 2 division, 2 ones are 2, right? Remainder is 1. So you're getting this and you're going to write it in the form of a mixed fraction, right? So 3 by 2 is equal to, what you have to do is you have to write the quotient, okay? And then you have to write, you have to write the quotient and then you have to write remainder by divisor, okay? So here the quotient is 1. So you're supposed to write 1 and then remainder is 1, okay, and divisor is 2. So what this means is 3 by 2 is the same as 1 by 2. If you take it in terms of like the cakes, that means 1 cake and then a half cake, right? This much. This plus this. So 1 and 1 by 2 is 1 by 2, also called as 3 by 2. And you can see how it's 3 pieces, right? 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 halves, right? 3 halves are 3 by 2. So that is 1 by 2. 1 plus 1 by 2. This whole cake plus this half cake. And you're going to do the same thing here. You're going to take a one whole cake, which is one whole line, right? 1 plus a 1 by 2. So this one is another 1. You're going to divide it into 2 pieces and you're going to say this is 1 by 2. So that's 1 and 1 by 2. Okay, so 1 by 2 or 3 by 2 is denoted here. You're going to call it 3 by 2, not 1 by 2, sorry. You're going to do 1 by 2, that is 1 plus 1 by 2. Same thing, if you're doing negative, you're going to do minus 1 and then again 1 by 2 here. So between this two, you're going to divide it into 2 pieces and you're going to take only the first piece, and that's going to be minus 3 by 2. Do a few more examples. Let's say we do 7 by 2. Okay, so first we're going to divide it. 2 3s are 6, right? That's the nearest number, and the remainder is 1. Now what you have to do is you have to write it as quotient and remainder by divisor. So that's going to be, this is quotient, right? So 7 by 2 is 3, remainder is 1, and divisor is 2. So 3 1 by 2. 7 by 2 is equal to 3 1 by 2. So you have to take 3 1 2 3 full pieces, and then you have to take 1 by 2. So you'll have to expand this a little bit. You have to make it up to 4, right? So 1 2 3, and then another 1 by 2, which is half, right? Half of this. So that will be your 7 by 2. 1 2 3 1 by 2, right? So that's 3 cakes plus half cake. This is what it means. I'm just using cakes as an example, but you can use anything, right? So that's 3 1 by 2. 1 2 3 and 1 by 2. Let's look at another example. Let's look at 7 by 3. Okay, so we are doing 7 by 3. 3 2s are 6, right? And you get 1 here. So the 7 by 3 is equal to 2 1 by 3. 2 1 by 3 is 7 by 3. Okay, now you have to find this. So what will you do? You'll take 2 first, 1 2, and then you'll take 1 by 3. So for taking 1 by 3, you will divide this piece into 3 pieces, right? So that's 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece, and you will take 1 from that. So 1, this is 1, right? So 1 by 3. So 2 1 by 3 is 7 by 3. Now you can see between 7 by 2 and 7 by 3, which is bigger, whichever is on the right, right? When you move towards the right, the number gets bigger, right? So 7 by 2 is actually bigger than 7 by 3. Okay, so that way you can compare your rational numbers. I'll show you a different way. You can use the same method to compare rational numbers without using the number line, and I'll show you that. Let's look at another example. Let's look at 7 by 3. Okay, so we are doing 7 by 3. 3 2s are 6, right? And you get 1 here. So the 7 by 3 is equal to 2 1 by 3. 2 1 by 3 is 7 by 3. Okay, now you have to find this. So what will you do? You'll take 2 first, 1 2, and then you'll take 1 by 3. So for taking 1 by 3, you will divide this piece into 3 pieces, right? So that's 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece, and you will take 1 from that. So 1, this is 1, right? So 1 by 3. So 2 1 by 3 is 7 by 3. Now you can see between 7 by 2 and 7 by 3, which is bigger, whichever is on the right, right? When you move towards the right, the number gets bigger, right? So 7 by 2 is actually bigger than 7 by 3. Okay, so that way you can compare your rational numbers.